Okay, it's 6:30, so I'm going to get started. Hopefully other people will join us as we go. We're just going to do some quick introductions to begin with. This is also an opportunity if you have anything going on within your own business or organization and want to share that with us, to give us more information about something, or if you have an ask, like you need help with something, we'd love to hear about it now. So I'm going to go first. I'm Ali Pelletro. I'm the AOR for ITAC. I'm also going to do a special shout out to our new board members who are with us tonight, which is Aaron Kawato, who's our SRO here in person.
Welcome, Aaron. Thank you.
And online, Deanna Messenger is also a new board member. And I'll let you both have a chance to introduce yourselves in a moment, but I wanted to say welcome and thank you for being here. So go ahead.
I'm Joanne Gellner. I am the ITAC's project coordinator, and I'm also a parent in the community.
I am Betty Deere. I am ITAC president and treasurer. And welcome, everybody. We're glad you're here.
I'm Deputy Daniel Wood. I'm the alcohol and substance abuse coordinator for the sheriff's office.
Haley Glassman, I'm a community development specialist for the Western New York French Resource Center.
Kathy Berger, and I'm just a community member, grandparent.
Not just,
Ex-parent.
not just, but
I get 7 go through Aaron.
There you go.
So now we're working on the grandkids.
Yeah, okay.
Dawn Stover, parent. I work in the court clerk. We own a business in town, so kind of all around.
previous board member. might I add.
Yes.
Go ahead,
And
Aaron.
I'm Eric Waddle. I am one of the new board members. And I am the middle school SRO, here at Iroquois.
Wonderful. Deanna, are you able to give us a little introduction?
Sure, don't mind my voice. I am home. I was hoping to be there live today. I apologize. I have COVID, which is really fun for me, and I didn't want to bring that to the school, of course. I am, by day, I am the executive director of development for the Foundation of Catholic Health, specifically for Mercy Hospital of Buffalo and the other affiliated ministries for Mercy Hospital. But I always am my kid's mom. 3 alumni of Iroquois Central, 1 graduated in 24, 1 graduated in 21, and 1 in 19.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Angie, are you there? Are you able to give us a little introduction? And if not, that's okay too, because sometimes these things happen. Oh, I went too far. Well, I didn't go too far. If you feel like typing something in the chat you want us to know, Angie, that'd be great too, but we're so glad you're here. So thanks for being with us.
Hi, sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm on my phone actually. I'm a participant, considering possibly volunteering and or board membership, but kind of up in the air at this time. And I'm a vendor for some of the promotional things that you have done through Chafee Chick Design Print and Promo. Hi, everyone.
So that's some of that stuff over there, the clips, the pens, I think the decals and the magnets. Those are all from Angie. She does wonderful work. So among other things, we've used her for a lot of things.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we just wanted to do a quick little recap of some things that have been going on since the year started, because our last meeting was in September, September 17th or something like that. So since then, we've had some great wins and we want to share them with the coalition. So this page, it's going to move so everyone can see Joanne's beautiful work. So this was a presentation that was done in the middle school in September. This man, Brad Hertig, came and did a talk to both the II school and the middle school. And he's a motivational speaker. He lost both of his arms in an accident when he was 16 years old. He was a star football player at his high school. And he talks about his journey through that, going back to playing football, believe it or not. And now doing what he does. And one of his things, his motto is, if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. So we thought that was a really good thing to share. And the kids seem to really enjoy it. So ITAC paid for the presentation for those schools. And that was one of our first successes for the year.
Karen, did you happen to hear him?
I walked in and I watched, just a brief part of it, but what I saw was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, just the
I
response.
don't mean to put you on the
No,
spot.
no, 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 just the response and hearing people talk after was just like, wow,
Mhm.
like jaw dropping, wow, like this guy is amazing, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Mhm.
I agree. So we also did truck or treat in October. We had lots of pictures from the 5 different fire stations that we worked with for this event. We do this every year. Turnout was great again this year, and I think it's a great partnership for us. So lots of cool photos there of people more from different fire stations. Kids dressed up, they were adorable. Handed out lots of candy. It was good. It was a good day. Feel free to jump in anytime if you have something to say about these things.
Well, there was one kid in there was just so adorable. The unicorn was just.
Oh, the unicorn.
She was most adorable.
There were some really cool ones. Around the same time as Truck or Treat, we had Red Ribbon Week, which is October 23rd to 31st every year. So we try to provide information and supplies to the schools so that they can do activities during Red Ribbon Week. And we have some photos here. They did some things in the middle school. What's his name? Walter.
Yeah.
Even Walter was wearing red for Wear Red Day. And then
Is it John?
no,
It's
No, it's
Schlava.
Mr. Shalom.
Oh.
Yeah.
so cute. It's Walter Wednesdays apparently in the middle
Yeah, he's
school.
a therapy dog.
Yeah.
And only comes on Wednesdays?
Mhm. So he was there for Red Ribbon Wear Red Day.
Who's involved?
The dog.
The dog.
Oh, who's his own?
Mark
Mark
Schlava.
Shalom.
He's
Yeah.
the teacher.
No,
No, he's not. He's not in there.
Yeah.
Was he the one that did the t-shirts last year?
No.
No, that was someone else.
He's a PE teacher and a coach.
Yeah.
So the other pictures were in the high school. The SGB ran the activities in the high school for Red Ribbon Week this year. You can see they got a big banner and got kids to pledge and sign it that they would be drug-free. So it went really well. We also helped East Aurora Middle School, East Aurora High School, Immaculate Conception School, and Elma and Wales primary schools with supplies, and then they did what they wanted to do with them because different age groups have different needs, so everybody does it a little different. Sorry?
They declined.
Yes, we offered.
We offered to all the schools and sadly they declined.
Unfortunately, but we'll keep trying. Also during Red Ribbon Week, we had 3 of the local towns do proclamations for Red Ribbon Week. So we have Elma there. Marilla did do a proclamation for us, which was great.
So that offsets the other. people.
Yeah.
Surprise.
And
Village of
the
East
village of East Aurora is the one in the middle. So yeah, we got 3 proclamations, which I thought was actually really good. Last year we got 1. This year we got 3. Next year we're
Maybe
going
next year
for
we'll get them all.
yeah, because if we got every town and every village, it would be 5.
Wales did not.
Wales wouldn't do it, and the town of Aurora
we didn't
also
get one.
didn't hear back from them.
One that doesn't have Like Marilla, they had the big thing where they weren't gonna allow the bait shops or anything like that, and all of a sudden that happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
They had, it's like in something where, you know, with the town board that they weren't allowing
Yeah,
no vape shops, stuff like that, and then all. of a
but
sudden
now they
it
are.
just- It just showed up, so. I
Oh.
don't know, I mean.
Somebody probably challenged.
Well, we can
You know,
talk to
it's
Dan
they-
about
they,
that
you
shortly
know,
with
the
some of our
Part of
stuff.
a lawsuit as opposed
Right.
to standing up for what you really believe.
Believe in,
Yeah.
right?
For Red Ribbon Week,
Yes,
way back when it first started. We gave out red ribbons for people to put on their mailboxes. Did you guys?
We did that when I first started and we didn't get a
Years
lot
ago.
of participation.
No.
Yeah.
So, and we found the kids were shredding the ribbons before taking them home. And
yeah,
so we
interesting.
decided not to pursue
Okay,
that,
I
again,
wondered.
I remember.
okay.
right?
Yeah, we
Oh.
actually gave them out at, the trunk or treat, and then we gave them out at the truck or treat. We actually handed them
Okay,
out to
right.
parents so that
Mhm.
they didn't get
Okay.
to the kids.
Yeah,
And parents did take pictures of them being on the mailboxes and that,
Yeah.
but, you know, the response wasn't that for what it
Yeah.
took to do.
Right.
It was a lot
It
of
was a
work.
lot of work to tie all those things and then
Yeah.
just to get like 2 pictures back, it was like,
it's too bad. I remember when we did do it, there was such a great response.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. And then
everything
each
was
year it
decorated.
just
The
kind of-
kids went in and decorated the school
Mhm.
property early in the morning.
Mhm.
And you know, you drove around town and people get in their front windows and on their mailboxes, it really was. it's
Well, the
too bad.
towns even used to light up with
Mhm.
red too.
we were
Right,
hoping they
yeah.
would jump on that. We
Yeah.
offered to buy the town's lights if they
Yeah.
wanted to do it and no one took us up on the
No.
offer.
Mm.
Try again next year, maybe,
Yeah,
you know, baby steps.
I think a lot of
I
people-
think there's a power in numbers. I think if we all go in and tell them what we feel about it, I think maybe they'll be a little bit more motivated.
Okay, there
I
you
think
go.
that's a great idea to light the town in red.
Yeah, go to a town board meeting. We'll all go to a town board
Oh,
meeting. How could they say no to all the faces? They
Right.
can't.
It's a good idea.
Mhm.
That's right.
Only makes them look good. You know,
Right,
really. Do it in an election year, that's the trick.
Indeed. So this next thing was ITAC Youth Coalition from the high school. They're trying to raise money to go to the CADCA conference in DC in February. So they came up with some ideas, and this on the left, these pictures are from when they did a presentation in the middle school last year when they were freshmen. They went over and they did a presentation to all of the middle school, or yeah, that was the middle school. So they've been really active in our coalition for several years now, and they're working towards raising money for the trip in February. It was their idea to sell popcorn and hot chocolate and water at the playoff football game, which was about a week and a half ago, I think. So yeah, Dawn and her husband donated the popcorn, which was wonderful. Can't see it in that photo, sadly.
No, that's right.
It
was a little chilly.
that was a lifesaver. But yes, it was a little chilly. And it went great. Not a huge amount of revenue from it. You're selling popcorn for $1 and hot chocolate for $1, you know.
But they were super motivated,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
how can you
good
say
for
no
kids.
when they're like,
Yeah. They wanted to do it and we're like, well, okay, we'll do it then. And we're on our way. So we'll keep trying with them. Probably would have been more lucrative to do it at like homecoming or
Right.
an earlier game in the season, but
Is there power on the home side?
I'm not sure. I need to find
You know
that
what I mean? Because
out.
everybody was so cold, they didn't want to get off their seats,
Right,
because
yeah.
you get up and you gotta sit back on those cold.
yeah.
benches.
True.
Like, there were so many people that were like, oh, I know, I'm gonna go tell so-and-so, but, you know, they don't wanna leave their seat. But I think if we were over on the busier side, you know,
Yeah.
but I don't
Maybe
think
it
there's
would be
any power.
easier.
How about ITAC buttons?
Butt
Yeah,
warmers?
Yeah.
Fill them for $20 each.
Skip butt warmer.
It's not a bad idea.
Right.
So our next section, member engagement. We have lots of things going on all the time and we're always looking for more help. So if there, and that can be from small things to big things, depending on what your availability is. If you just don't have much time and can only write emails or organize paperwork or anything, we will find you something to do because there's plenty of that, let me tell you. We do have open board recruitment. We are looking for new board members all the time. And we have stuff. And you said she just looked up seat cushions. We might end up getting butt warmers. Thanks, Angie. Yeah, it would. Go and sell them at the Bills games.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fun.
it's so hard. If the kids had anything to, little things to sell at the Bills games, like just the parking lots,
Oh, yeah.
they can sell, but you're also getting into where it's chugging alcohol.
Yeah, I've done that with my kids as
And it's
we're
pretty
sports
bad.
parents. It's they learn what things smell like, and they see a lot of adults acting in very bad, making bad decisions. Let's just say.
Right. Well, that's good for them to see how people act. They shouldn't be.
As a deterrent, right?
Yeah, I mean, because they're teenage kids, they kind of see like, okay, they're being idiots,
Interesting.
but I know they make a lot of money.
I wonder if you have to have a license though to sell things.
You
No?
don't. Well, they don't. Nobody polices it. Like my son sold like beef sticks one year for his baseball team. They made a lot of money. One year they sold like beads that you buy like at Oriental Trading. They made thousands of dollars doing it. But in all honesty, the intoxicated people is who they were approaching to buy more because those are the people that have more open wallets.
Yeah, right.
Right, yeah. I mean, it wasn't good. We did it for EMW football, but the kids were like, what, 8 and 9 years old? And I know like the moms that all were with the kids, we were all like, oh my God, let's get these kids out. Like, these kids should not be in this environment.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, you're talking 16-year-old kids that kind of know like, look at those idiots, you know? But yeah, as younger kids, I would not recommend it because yeah, for people that are there.
My least favorite fundraisers I see little kids do is I can't stand when you see little kids do like a cooler of beer or a wagon of beer when you see little kids like
Right,
you know like
right.
6, 7-year-old teams and you're like, come on, friends.
Mhm. Yes.
Mhm.
We
I
try
did
to
see a
avoid-
fun fundraiser though. South Buffalo Charter School does a lot for our hospital. So every year they do a fundraiser and then the proceeds go over to whatever project is our priority. And they last year they did a slime their teacher event. And I went and I have pictures of it. It was really funny. The kids had to buy like raffle tickets for particular teachers, and a lot of teachers participated. And then, you know, depending on the raffle tickets, whatever, they had more chance to win. And then they got to actually physically walk up and they had the teacher within a baby pool and they got to like pour like Nickelodeon green slime all over their teacher. And they made so much money.
Interesting.
The kids were cheering. Like, I guess some teachers really, they wanted a slime. But, yeah, they all teachers were great.
While we're on that subject of fundraising, we have a fundraising committee. If anybody's interested in doing stuff with that. As far as projects or volunteer signups, we do have this weekend we're going to the Rock for the Good for the Neighborhood event from 10 to 12. In December, we'll be at the East Aurora Chamber of Commerce Holiday Magic in the Village and running an activity for the kids there.
Just remember if that's on the next.
Comes up
slide.
late. Oh, sorry. Oh,
It's
that's
somewhere.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And in February, we have our ice skating extravaganza during winter break. So those are some opportunities for volunteering, or even just helping get it prepared beforehand, because we don't have an activity for the holiday magic in the village yet. We've got a few ideas, but we haven't actually pulled anything together yet. So we're always looking for help for in many ways, large and small. If anybody is interested in helping out, just come and talk to us. Be happy to have you. And while we're just going on there, we do have a seminar next week here in the middle school, so not in this building, the next building over, where they hold the Board of Education meetings in the STEM rooms there. We're going to have a presentation by Patrick Green on trauma-informed care. And we're really looking forward to that. It's in partnership with the Iroquois Family Support Center and Horizon Health Services. It's free. I think it'll be really relevant information, especially with the holidays coming up, because the holidays aren't necessarily a cheerful time for everyone. And even if it's not for yourself, it is aimed at people who work with youth or people who work with people who have trauma in any side. So it can be for yourself or for others. And we have a QR code there to scan to register. I think it's going to be a really good event. And we've got some flyers out there as well if anybody wants to take one. It's on our website, it's on our social media, it's in the paper, I think.
Is it?
I don't know, we'll find out soon.
Hoping.
Tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, so now we're just going to move into our presentation by Deputy Daniel Wood.
Where'd you steal that picture?
I don't know, but it's beside our
It's one
banner.
of our,
It must have been at ice skating.
no stealing required.
I see the ice skating snack bar in the
It
back.
is from,
Ground.
From last year. that's-
Actually, was Stu on the other side?
it was not Stu,
That
it
was
was,
a couple
it was
years
someone
ago.
else.
Oh, your other,
Big guy,
Oh, okay.
I don't know his name,
another sheriff though.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, so we stole that. Okay,
Okay, so, I have a presentation on my computer here, but it's a little bit long and stuff, so I just kind of wanted to wing it. I wanted to bring some stuff that has been confiscated in Erie County. I want to go over some of the stuff we're seeing in Erie County. Wanted to give you some numbers of what's going on. Obviously, what we're seeing in Erie County is a lot of underage marijuana use. Obviously, marijuana is legal in New York, so since that, the numbers have been going up. So we're seeing a lot of underage marijuana use. We're seeing a ton of underage vaping. Underage drinking is still prevalent in the county. It's not going anywhere. Obviously, kids are still drinking alcohol. Fentanyl deaths, last time I checked, I was looking for an updated number, but the county was on over 70 fentanyl deaths in Erie County. That was a few months ago. I don't know what we're at now.
For the year.
For the whole year, I got a report, I think a few months ago it was at 70. I'm not saying number of deaths, so there's a lot of incidents
Right,
where,
right.
but the actual deaths were over 70. I think it's 76 when I checked it. So we're seeing a lot of that. Prescription medication abuse, we're only really seeing in adults, so we're not seeing a lot of that in kids, thank God.
Well, I think the boxes are helping, because the adults are getting rid of it, so the kids aren't getting it.
Yeah,
You know,
just to touch base on the prescription drug boxes, like I talked to Betty before. Elma, Amarillo, and Wales, actually Wales has kind of been a little bit more busy, so I would say Elma is number 2 still, 2 or 3. So the number 1 collection box in Erie County would be ECMC. And then Grand Island, and then Elma. If you put Elma, Amarillo, and Wales together as one unit, they would probably be number 2. So you guys are doing something right. At least you got the words out there. They're using the boxes. Wales used to be very slow, and all of a sudden now I'm getting a lot of more sharps in Wales than pharmaceuticals, but we are seeing that the sharps are actually starting to increase in the Wales box. The Wales location is tricky because it has tricky hours. I have a lot of people call me from Wales saying, hey, how do I get rid of this stuff? I tell them and they say they go there and it's closed. So the hours are tricky in Wales. Elma's obviously, I don't know the hours in Elma, but there's 3 kiosks there and they're always really busy. So you guys are doing a great job with that in this area. In front of me, I brought a ton of edibles here that are available at every vape shop around the county. These were all taken from a drug dealer in Buffalo. They were confiscated, and I just wanted to, I bring them to some of our parent forums around the county to show everybody what's out there, because a lot of parents don't know really what's out there. another stat I usually use is everything here has THC in it, right? So it's gonna make you high, right? That's what everybody wants. The THC is the chemical that gives you that high euphoric feeling. What people aren't understanding is, I have a stat here, in 2018, 15%, like cannabis and marijuana was 15% THC. In 2023, it's 30%, and in edibles and dabs, 60 to 90%. So everything is skyrocketed, right? So we have, all these things are just stronger, just like cars, they're stronger and faster. So that's what we're seeing. And none of this stuff is really regulated, so yeah, I was gonna see if we can get it around the room or something, but just be careful touching it, because some of the stuff has like, I'm not saying it's leaking, but there's a little residue on some of the stuff. If you look over here, I have, these were, they look like Hershey bars, right? But they're hashish bars, they call them, and they're all,
Oh my God.
the guy was selling like a Hershey bar, and that looks like a Hershey bar, right?
Yeah,
And that bar has,
I thought it was a fundraiser, I was getting my dollars.
yeah, so 300 milligrams of THC in this bar.
Oh my God.
All geared towards, obviously, well, I don't know, these are geared towards adults or kids, right? Everybody knows it's a Hershey bar. That was 300. You have reefers, looks like a Reese's. This 2 peanut butter cups in here, 1,000 milligrams of THC. So as you go around, you'll see 800 milligrams. Nutty Buddies, Honey Buns, Fruity Pebbles. You can even have some at breakfast, so
This is all available in our area.
all
This
available
came-
here.
This all came from our area.
Almond weed. This is a favorite I hear from the kids. This is a hot seller in Alden at the gas station. It's the Doritos, THC Doritos. Obviously,
How do they sell them at the gas station?
there's a little, at the gas station, there's a little corner with all types of edibles, and the guy's selling them. So these are 600 milligrams of THC. Snicker bars, it just goes on and on. So some of the stuff that's available out there. The problem is we have kids, they're trying these things, and like, I don't know where they are, my favorite ones aren't out here, but I had a story about.
Favorite is like you eating them? or
No. I've never tried one of these. My favorite, just because I love Sour Patch Kids, so these are Stony Patch Kids.
Oh.
But I had,
The same packaging.
I know.
yeah, I've had a teenager tell me that he took a little arm off the guy, bit a little arm off, and he didn't feel anything. Well, so then he's like, this don't work, and then he took the rest of the body, nothing, right? Then he popped a whole, little guy, or whatever you wanna call him, gummy, nothing, so he ate a couple more. And then because everybody's different, it affects everybody different, and then he was hit all at once and had to go right to the hospital. The good thing is you cannot overdose on THC, that's a good thing, so.
Did they make dots like that?
I've not seen the dots.
Maybe.
Gonna attack me, Betty, with the dot. So, Betty knows I love dots. But all this stuff's in here, it's all located around Erie County, and I'm not sure here in Elma. Or Marilla or Wales, or we know in East Aurora, there's some places that have this stuff for sale.
Yeah.
So that's something I just wanted to show everybody that's out there.
So do you have to be 21?
You're supposed to be 21.
So they're gonna check my ID when I buy that.
Yes, they should,
They
or they could
should.
get charged.
Little, a regular bag of gummy things, go buy 3 bags. You got the one on the top, the one on the bottom.
Yeah, you have to get, it's usually
Yeah.
behind the shelf, this stuff though, so you have to
Yeah,
ask for it,
okay.
like a vape or something like that.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
You see those out on the lunch table,
I know. We're also seeing, in Erie County here, we're also seeing, obviously, so you had to, I talked about alcohol in young kids, right? Before you'd have to either steal some alcohol from a parent, you'd have to have an older brother, buy it for you. you'd have to use a fake ID. You'd have to steal it, you know, there was ways of getting it, but what we're seeing, and I brought some in, I wanted to show. We're seeing with obviously technology that kids are able to get fake IDs very easy. And I brought a stack of fake IDs they were confiscated by me and some other people at all the events across the county. And these IDs, I'll pass a couple around. They're so good, a person like a cashier at a normal gas station or liquor store would not know this was a fake ID. These are over $100 online. You put your real picture on there, they ship you 2 of these in the mail. So, you'd have to be a document expert or some other form of, maybe the person, something looks off on here. To even know this is a fake ID. This will scan at the 7-Eleven or the liquor store, or it'll scan and tell them good to go. So this is how kids are really pretty much getting, you know, they're getting into bars, they're buying their alcohol for parties, for prom, things like that. They're just getting fake IDs out. They don't need their, you know, their brother or uncle or stealing it from mom or dad or grandpa. They're just getting these fake IDs online. They're very easy to get, I was told.
So crazy, because they made it so complicated, like all the things, so you
Right,
couldn't
the
replicate it at
holographic,
home, but now you can just buy online.
Yeah, so, I don't know, everybody has a different ID, mine's about to expire, so I don't have all the security, things on here, but I'll pass this one around and you're gonna see, and if you have the new ID, you're gonna see. It has that that little swirl on there, you're gonna see, here, I'll pass it this way, you're gonna
Well,
see
the
that
biggest
security
thing
feature.
with New York is always, like when we used to do the Darien Lake concert or whatever, and how you couldn't get through it, is under 21, their pictures are sideways.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's long ways or whatever.
It's still like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's still like that.
Yeah,
I'll pass a bunch of
but
these
it
around.
should
you
be,
can
so
take-
like, usually
take a
it's
look.
if you see it like this, you're like, yeah, I'm good to go.
Right. Or is that just for permits? And once they get to an 18 and get a proper license, it's.
No,
supervised?
Till they're 21.
21?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
my son was 21 and then they send you your new license in the mail.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's my grandson.
So how are you able to detect those to be false?
So
Quickly.
all these have a different story. One of them was, one of these was a story about, I have a UV light in my pocket. Obviously, nobody's carrying one of these UV lights around. But when you put a UV light in an ID, you can see all the different, you know, I don't know if you guys can see that there. You can see all the different, like, little security features and stuff. One of the kids gave, I asked for an ID at an event, and he goes and gives me a Pennsylvania ID. And I take a look at it and I shined on there and I seen, like, you can see, I don't know if you, Betty, can you see this when I put the UV on there?
Yeah,
There's some kind of,
yeah, there's a moose and something else, right?
well, yeah, I asked the kid, that's Maine's,
logo.
that's Maine's like
Oh,
logo or whatever you
Okay,
wanna
yeah.
call it. And I asked him about that and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, where's your real ID? Cause if you're from Maine, you probably their logo, right? I've asked the kid from Pennsylvania, what's the prison in, I had one here, it's in this pile. He said he was from Bradford, Pennsylvania. Well, I used to work at a federal prison in Bradford. I said, what's the prison in Bradford? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, everybody knows that McKean Federal.
Right,
is
be
in
like
Bradford.
Attica, somebody saying here. what's the-
Yeah, so I go, where's your real ID? And then they come and fess up, but there's a ton of different ways to tell how these are fake, and each one has a different story, whoever asked that question. There was a quick way, and I'll let everybody try it. And maybe you can pass this on. So, if you have your,
One of the kids.
you have your phone light? Anybody have your phone light?
Yeah.
We all need an ID.
Oh, you want an ID?
We all need an ID so we can drink.
Oh, here,
Flashlight?
let's try it. Yeah, the phone flashlight. I'm gonna give a few of these out. We'll see.
I got one.
You got one with
What
you?
can I do?
Here, take this out.
What do I do?
So I want you to take the ID and your phone light.
Yeah.
Or you can take this light. And I want you to put it underneath there, like this. And see, so Ally, is that a newer looking ID there?
Yes.
Okay. So the older IDs, when you put the light through them, they flash back at you yellow. You got yellow? That's like a white stuff. You got like a really wide lens camera there.
This one's yellow.
Like this?
Okay, so-
She's got it.
So Dawn has one. Obviously, if Dawn was checking that ID and she got that yellow, fake. But then they caught on, and Ally showed me a second ago,
Yeah, that one's
Okay.
yellow.
yellow. They caught on with this, and then they actually fixed it so the light would come through white.
Oh,
But we were
The other
using that
ones-
yellow trick for a long time until they fixed it.
So all you had to do is have a flashlight on.
Yes, but is the cashier at 7-Eleven gonna take their flashlight and go, oh,
Right,
that's
yeah.
fake, you're done? No,
Right.
they're gonna make the sale, right?
So the machines that the liquor stores and everybody bought that were supposed to be reading those are like no good anymore.
I'm not, so were they feeding them into a machine or were they scanning at the were they just scanning them?
The gas stations, they just scan the back
Yeah.
of them, like
Okay,
they
so
scan that.
when you scan this, it goes beep and it says their name and it's where, I don't even know if it says their name, but it says over 21, it gives them a good,
Yeah,
hey,
Yeah.
they can sell. So they beat it that way, but if I was to make a traffic stop on one of these guys and they gave me this, when I scan it in a car computer for tracks, as you would know, it'll say fake ID or it'll say invalid. So the police computer knows, but for some reason the register doesn't have the technology. I don't know if it's the police computer is reading more into the ID.
right.
I don't know if one of the barcodes the ladies are scanning, and I don't know, there's 2 barcodes on the back. I don't know if they're scanning the top one or the bottom one. They're probably scanning that little one and it's just saying, boom, good, you can sell.
The dates.
And it puts in the date of birth in there. So that's what we're seeing.
Are their ID numbers, like their real license, are they keeping the same ID numbers?
This is an exact replica of their ID
So it would be their same.
with a different date of birth. It's their real picture. One of the IDs you could see, and somebody asked, whoever asked online there. Some of the IDs, the pictures when they transfer over, they're not that great. You can tell they're just not.
Right.
This ID is really colorful and then his picture's kind of dull.
This one's terrible, like the picture in there.
Yeah, the
You
hologram is
basically
bad.
see it, you can't see it.
But then I find a lot of kids, they get the Pennsylvania one because nobody really knows what the
Basic.
Pennsylvania is supposed to look like, or they get the Canadian, or this young lady got the Ohio because nobody's gonna, at the gas station's gonna be, they're not gonna open up the book and say, what's this Ohio supposed to look like, right?
Right.
They're just gonna be, okay, Ohio, oh, okay, what do you hear?
Well, and the gas station's not gonna look at all the detailed stuff either, you know, you look at the age.
Well, half the time they don't even check, they beep it and they don't even look if this,
Oh.
it's the same person on the,
So that's a
Carbon.
great point, and that actually helped during my compliance check, that actually happened at, in Alma. Where the lady at the register, she took it from my decoy, she beeped it and sold. I sent him in there on purpose with a picture that looked nothing like the
Right.
decoy.
Mm.
And then I went in, I said, ma'am, and I felt bad because this lady looked like she just did 3 doubles, you know, she probably coming off the overnight shift and. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't even look at the picture. I'm like, yeah, because you see, here's my decoy and here's what he's giving me. You know, it could have been, I could have probably gave him a female.
Girl, yeah, yeah, that's what I was just saying, you probably could have given him a girl one.
Yeah, so that's why some of these are only as good as the person checking them, right? That's why we
Right.
offer the training and stuff like that.
But are you finding, Dan, when you go in, when you do the decoy stuff, not to go off of anything, but you get arrests. This is what I see in Merle. We get the arrests,
Mhm.
but the DA's office won't do anything.
Yeah, I would say that matters on the town. And if that's happening here, if that's happened, like you're getting stuff in Marilla Court.
Yeah.
If that's
Right.
happening here, that's maybe something that this ITAC or somebody has to bring that to the court. Hey, we're doing our part, but then nothing's happening to the.
Right.
state court.
It's, well, the
Enforcement.
DA's office.
The
from-
enforcement's hard, yeah, that's their
Yeah.
decision, obviously,
Right.
after we make an arrest, the DA handles the rest.
Yeah, and it stings, cause then the DA's office just brings down and they're like, and I've had one where my judge was actually like, they were giving them like a 3-month ACD.
Yeah.
ACD is basically, don't do it again for 3 months, it's all dismissed.
Mhm.
And then
So is that a first?
4 months, you can do it again and
Is that
then
a
they say
first
no.
offense?
Yeah, because once that 3 months goes,
It's gone.
it's gone, it's dismissed.
So
So then
it's
they
gonna
have a
be-
second offense, but you can't see it because that's a
Because it's-
dismissed sealed
right.
charge. so
It would look
nobody
like
knows.
every time it was the
Right.
first offense.
Yeah.
I'll
So
give you an
much.
example in Alden, the state police went in there with the state liquor authority and they went into a liquor store that's behind McDonald's. The cashier, elderly female, she sold, she just thought the guy looked old enough and, sold. They went in and they arrested her and they charged her. And the Alden the Alden judge, he made her go to a class.
Mhm.
So then I get a call on my phone because online it shows I do that class, the tips class. And he recommended the tips class. And she went through the class, and as long as he completed that class and didn't get in trouble, like you said, an ACD,
Conditional discharge.
she left with a small fine and the class and the ACD. So that's just an example of kind of how it goes. Recently, I did some compliance checks in Depew. First place I went to, they failed. I have not, we're trying to offer them, Nicole wants to offer them some training because they were 4 months into their liquor license, brand new, not a new place, but a new owner, and I see that these places kind of change hands a lot. So they're 4 months in and they kind of wanted to give them a chance on that. So we're gonna revisit that and we're gonna see if we can offer some training because the cashier really just didn't really know what's going on. So, and that's on the owner of the place. And I had a long talk with the owner and he was like, you know, this will never happen again, and maybe it won't, so. But, last time me and Betty, we set up compliances, the places in this area did really well.
Well, that's something we wanted to talk with you about today, is doing compliance checks in our area and seeing if people here at the meeting have ideas of places that we should be looking at.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that'd be great if some people had some recommendations or maybe like, even when you talk to seniors here. Hey, where do you hear that the kids are buying their alcohol from? Or where are they buying their dabs from or their, you know, their stuff, you know, are they buying this from somewhere? Are they not checking IDs for that? Even some of these vape shops. I have a really good decoy right now. I have a couple of them, so this is the time. I did take the list that Betty sent me from last time we did these. And I sent it in to get it approved, so. They wanna know where we're gonna do these at, so I have to get them approved. So I sent them in to get them approved, and then I added some other places.
and was that just for alcohol?
Them ones were just the ones we did last time for alcohol. And then there was a couple new ones in there that we didn't do that I had complaints on, so I'll place them Marilla, so that would fall into you guys too.
Okay,
Um,
because I'm wondering about like vape stores
Yeah,
and cigarette sales. Can we do compliance checks there?
yeah, we could try that, obviously, yeah.
And what about dispensaries? Do you do compliance checks in dispensaries?
We could try that too.
When you charge with the misdemeanor?
The last time, yeah, the last time at the Pew, I did not.
Right.
I don't know what the charge was for the Alden. The big thing is not the charge, their liquor license is the big thing, when they get hit with that.
Right.
That's just like, you get so many of them, I don't know how the state liquor authority works, but if you get so many violations, you lose your license, right?
Right.
So and your insurance,
Does that
it
get
affects your
turned in?
insurance and stuff, so.
Does that get turned in?
I turned in the last ones I did,
Okay,
and they
so that's
said,
how.
and they
that's how-
documented it.
Okay, I was like, or is it after their court thing, then they have to turn it in, so then it's.
But as I said before, I just feel that these places they change names a
do.
lot. Maybe is that why? And are they opening up under another
Yeah.
LLC so they can, hey, I'm a new owner, you know, it might be the guy's uncle, right? So that's what they're doing. They're changing, or they getting money issues and then they fold the one or go bankrupt and they open up another one. But they really never change any type of. But it'd be great to leave here tonight with a list of some stuff that we really want to do, and maybe a date. So we can get out there and see what's going on.
Angie had a question, on Zoom. She says, is it possible to call police to check on a vape shop to make sure it's legit?
What do you mean? Like, we're gonna go there and see if they have some kind of business license or something?
To make sure that they're licensed to sell them to begin with, or I'm not sure. Angie
Talking about Cattaraugus County.
as well,
Oh,
yeah.
different county?
Yes.
I would start with the, like, I think, Don was saying, I would start with the town it's in. And then go to the county, because I think that we register with the county too, or some kind of business license. That's something I don't think Cat County sheriffs or anything are gonna go in. And check that.
Yeah, they don't-
They're
I
not
mean,
gonna check licenses.
You wouldn't
or
know if.
anything.
Business is licensed.
When I was in the civil division, we used to go and check licenses at businesses to make sure we were seizing property from a business. We'd go and they have to have it displayed at the back, like on the back wall. We would make sure the name matches like the judgment.
Mhm.
I don't think the police are gonna go in there, and it's not really not really a law enforcement function to go in there and check the business.
Gotcha.
Maybe
They
if,
have to be registered.
Yeah, I don't see, like, you could give them a try there. I don't know if you call the sheriff's office to check his business to see if it was up and running. I don't think they would. What do you think the state police would do?
Yeah, I really don't know. I have no clue.
That's a tough question.
Yeah, I don't.
Meant if any funny stuff is going on there beside just vapes. Oh, so sounds like there's a vape shop in her village. And she
Okay,
thinks
tell
they're
me.
probably selling more than just vapes.
Oh, I would say about 90% of them are selling more than just vapes.
But there's nothing you can do as a layperson to,
See, the
address
Office
that.
of
You're not gonna
Cannabis
get it by
Management,
signing
they're
it.
just kind of behind, but. With marijuana legal, I know a lot of the places were doing like, they were gifting marijuana to people.
yeah.
And they
you're
were giving
buying a
around.
T-shirt.
Yeah, they were doing, it was like a little loophole, they were gifting a small amount of marijuana to people. They were doing that in Depew at some of the places, we were told. And they also weren't gifting it to people they've never seen before, they have their customers, they know who's not the police, they know who's not. For example, when I had my decoy go into a place recently and the guy goes to me, he's like, hey, I've never seen you before, do you have ID? So that just tells me,
They know their regulars.
they know their customers, they know they know their clients, so if you have a guy that comes in here every day and buys a vape and some edibles. And you start getting comfortable with them, they're gonna sell them about anything they got, so.
Does that answer your question, Angie? Or do you have anything else?
It's tough right now, it's just crazy.
The other thing is, I don't remember, Dan, and I don't know if we got Joe involved back when we did those compliance checks. Do we typically let like the other enforcement folks know that you're doing that in their townships and let like Wayne or anybody know? Like the town supervisor or like the
I
state
have.
police?
I have not done that.
Okay, all right, I couldn't remember. I thought like there was a protocol that you kind of let people know that you're.
No, I went into Lancaster,
Yeah,
Depew,
okay.
wherever, Erie County's Erie County,
Okay.
we don't.
All right. I didn't-
Sometimes, if you're gonna, I would think if you're gonna do a large scale thing, you might wanna let somebody.
Yeah.
For example, I had Depew police pull up last time I did one in Depew. They were like, they were there to buy something. They were like, hey, what's going on, But, the same police officer. Yeah, the same police officer told me that, oh, this place is great, they take care of us with drinks and stuff, so. That's not one you wanna tell that you're gonna be
Well, the
going.
gift thing.
Yeah, so.
So as we're looking at, dates,
Jesus.
and we're thinking of the holidays, I would think like anytime like 2 weeks before Christmas might be a good time.
Yeah, that'd be a great time.
I mean, and are you thinking like a weekday, a weekend?
Something in the evening during the week, or I have to see, really, I work around my decoy, cause they work.
Does he know you call that?
People.
So he works, so I have to work around his schedule.
Sam, we're gonna call him Sam.
Yeah.
We're giving him a name.
We're-
What is it?
Dan too. Dan-
We're just gonna call him Sam.
And this is something else I wanted to show, this I thought
Dan,
this was
did
kind of funny. This was a parent that found this on their kid's shelf, the English dictionary, and then. Safe inside.
Any parent would be concerned.
Right. It was hidden in there.
Absolutely. Nobody.
But then in it.
He just told on himself.
The
Harry
code-
Potter.
the code for it was 716, and in it was, there's two things of marijuana.
Jeez, oh, it opens.
Yeah, it opens up and it was some,
So that's not a great code to use.
there was two things of like, I think synthetic marijuana in here. It's
Yeah.
Delta 8 or Delta 9. That was kind of neat. And then, we found this was, the Red Bull here, was the fake Red Bull with the marijuana was stashed in there.
Oh,
That was pulled off a kid too, so just, you stuff it in there and. Or, you're going to a sporting event at the school and, hey, you're just coming in with your Red Bull and
Right.
in there you got your pills or whatever you're selling. And I do hear, and I don't know about here at your place, but I hear, each school has their kid that's selling the vapes to the other kids and, selling the marijuana. That's been happening forever, but I guess with the vape, it's very popular. Everybody has their school with their vape kit, who's selling these dabs and stuff to the kids.
Mhm. So when you've got a list of the ones that were done last time, which I assume is the liquor stores and gas stations? Is that
Everything,
right?
yeah, there was Easter Roar in there,
I think I sent you the article that we did
Yeah.
that listed everybody there.
So, what about places like Tops or the cooperative market, like they sell alcohol?
Yeah, we could do, Tops is not a big deal, I've done it before, Tops is usually really good, you know, they gotta scan it.
But do
Um,
they actually look at the picture?
And it matters on, it matters on your you know, your cashier,
Mm, mhm.
so is he gonna? I don't know, especially I feel that sometimes some of the cashiers know a kid coming in and they probably would let something slide, you know?
Right.
The kid
But
should-
they're asking grandma for her ID every time she
Yeah.
comes in. What's that all about?
Mhm.
Tops in East Aurora.
But I have to.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if we're doing more than just alcohol point of sale, you know, I think
Yeah. You
It definitely adds some
nicotine,
more
like
things.
cigarettes?
cigarettes and vapes probably, and maybe dispensaries. We've got one dispensary in East Aurora now.
I was unaware, like, I haven't been to East Aurora looking around, but
Yeah.
there's one and then there's a vape shop and stuff?
There's 2 vape shops. There's one dispensary that's currently open. The second dispensary will be open soon.
So now, when we say dispensary, is this a state-run dispensary?
Well, not run by the state, no, but it's
You know, they're.
licensed.
But it's
Yeah,
approved.
It's
That-
approved.
That's probably one I probably won't,
Wouldn't want to do that.
no,
So more
cause
than
then
one.
people went through and did it right way, right?
Yeah,
They got all officially like.
Yeah, they're not gonna risk it after taking a whole.
so did
fire
the,
extinguisher.
so did the liquor stores. They went through it officially and,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of the same thing. We still don't want kids going in there
Okay.
and buying stuff,
Okay,
but just a thought.
when you were, when I was thinking these other ones that pop up, you know what I mean, they're not really state
Right.
regulated.
That aren't state regulated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where we
those
find
ones-
most of our abuse at.
those ones I do want to get into as well. Like,
I think the vape shops, they don't have to go through a whole bunch of stuff, either. It seems like they just
and
show up.
a lot of the gas stations, like that sell cigarettes, Dollar General, and there's Dollar Generals everywhere sell cigarettes.
Do
Are they checking properly?
you know remember when you did the presentation on Feel Free?
Yeah.
After that presentation, I like looked into it a little bit, and the place that sold in the pew had a big sign on their front door, feel free. When I went in and I ended up seeing it there and I wanted to buy it, but I didn't, but you know, the distributor for that was, you know, they come in every week, it sells like crazy, it's $10 a bottle.
Yeah.
It's in a lighted display, there's signs for it, they're really pushing that stuff, and it's a real problem, so. That's something that I'd like to see if they'd sell that kind of stuff.
Well, I think we
Yeah,
had a
Did you get
little,
one?
I went to.
we had a little undercover.
Oh, there it is, that's $10, this is $10.
What is it? What is it?
So give us the skinny on it, Dan.
Well, I got the skinny from pretty much from the display, or from the
From us. from that-
presentation
yeah.
from ITAC.
So there, that is, it's called a mood enhancer.
Yeah.
It is sold at gas stations and vape shops,
Kids are
around.
mixing with alcohol and
It's a,
different people are getting
Well, he-
different types.
Shots in there, he told me. Says that, so they're only $5 a piece.
yeah,
$5 a piece? Oh, you
per
get-
shot.
It's just that,
He was
yeah.
hooking you up, Betty.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
this is the one that's right next to McDonald's.
This is,
Oasis.
this is the picture, right? From
Yeah,
where you bought
yeah,
it,
so
Shay.
I took a picture. So can I take a picture?
Is it down in the bottom there in the corner?
Yeah, it's, and
Right
then
in the
the
center
other
there.
one
Oh,
is
yeah.
called Mood. And he's
There.
telling me Mood, right to the, yeah, that one
Mhm.
is even more popular and is, if you look at the. we have another
picture.
Can I take a picture to my friends?
What is
Oh,
it?
he was,
What
oh,
is
he was all into it. He was very.
You just
helpful.
had
is
them,
this
that's
stuff?
right.
Do you know?
I didn't,
Because I have a feeling that might be kratom, which is another,
That's what's in this stuff.
right.
well, it is, yeah, but that's just
But it's
another
not
version of
that.
kratom,
Different
basically,
right.
which kratom can be a
And she's kind
potentiator.
of really careful about how much I asked, because, I mean, he was really.
You're on your
pretty-
cover in
Yeah,
there.
he was pretty open with me.
There it is, feel free.
Is Kratom 18 years per purchase?
20.
or-
It does say
21
21,
as
so
well.
it'd have to be 21, it does, I was so tempted to, if I would have had one with me and I didn't, to see if he put a sticker on his door.
And you buy it, take it outside.
The feel free has kava in it as well.
Right,
That's a
but
bunch
the,
of
but the
things.
other one I don't think does, if you look at the moon one. Maybe, I don't know if you can blow that up at all.
You've got some great pictures.
No, if that, oh, no.
Yeah, cause I said, oh, I wanna look at what the,
It's
Are those pictures
blurry.
in his store?
Yeah,
She took
Those-
them to the store.
today.
Right.
I need a good
Get a hold of
decoy.
it.
There's a good decoy right there.
Betty's a little undercover cop.
Betty.
the grandma is. No, and he was very.
Right, Fowler.
The guy had just had a shot, but when she came in, he was feeling good.
But what he did tell me was, now he owns another
Give her
shop,
all the information.
because I have done research on all of these, he owns another shop in Cheektowaga. And he has these on the outside on the counter and people are stealing them and I thought.
That's,
Well,
Yeah.
well, and I guess I'm.
In
thinking-
Cheektowaga.
Yeah, well, and I said to him, I said, well, then it probably makes sense that you kind of put them back like, and I said, oh, I really like the way you have this. And what I said, could I make a picture? So, you know, he was all into it. I didn't tell him anything else, but, yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. Yeah, and then.
they definitely should be regular.
Well, when I-
I've seen them.
Did he ID you?
No.
No.
No, he didn't. But he was really, he said, well, you sure don't want another bottle for anybody else? I said, oh, no, I said. my
One's
shop's
enough.
better than-
One's
I think that's
enough.
fine.
If I get two.
Two shots, one for each of us.
One for me and one for the mister.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs.
If you would have slugged that down before leaving, that would have been.
You know what, and
2 shots, no?
he was.
And her
telling
face
me-
is out there, plastered on the window, don't sell to her.
Trying to confuse you.
You gotta write on his gown.
Did you see the, or is it Turk
On that one, I can see
No, on the
it.
mood one,
I
because the
can't.
mood one is quite a bit more,
Is it more potent?
it's like 500 milligrams.
So what is it?
Is it still 10 out?
This,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Copper.
And he
And
said,
kratom.
it's really sounds out. but
That one's got
very-
kratom and
yeah,
cover.
Oh, it's a
Sure, it's
crate-
too
I only
blurry,
saw-
I
Yeah,
couldn't see
yeah,
it.
but it was
Oh,
500.
maybe
Yeah,
kratom.
It's got both,
Oh, it's okay.
yeah.
The,
And I'm
So
not
are
sure.
they not supposed to be selling them or,
They,
I mean, I
uh,
missed the presentation.
It's legal.
it's legal.
So they can sell them
Yeah,
anywhere.
you gotta be 21.
Gotta be
yeah,
21.
it says right on the bottle.
Yeah. it says
Yeah.
21.
But it's also been promoted as like, a healthy thing.
Oh, yeah, and that's what he's telling me when I walk in.
Mhm.
It has
Oh,
a dick.
yeah, yeah.
It is.
It's a health thing. You want to improve your mood? You're not feeling so
That-
good?
at The
you
bottom
know?
of the mood one says something like that,
Well, this-
improve you or a better you or something like
Well,
that.
it's using the happy faces, I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
It's just kind of,
Yeah.
kind of marketed towards.
Supplement, yeah, it kind of makes you feel like, okay, yeah, this is good for me.
Like good, yeah, it's not,
It's marketed
Yeah.
very well. Right?
Yeah.
and it's a concern for the kids. I don't know that the kids are really aware of it yet. Shh. Don't be telling anyone.
Yeah. They have kids lining, I was told they have kids lining up sometimes when it's sold out to
Did-
get the next
We
bag.
have that.
I didn't, we didn't bring the
Oh.
video this time.
We, I've seen the feel right on gas station counters. Sometimes it's behind, like it has to be accessed from
Yeah.
behind by the cashier. And then sometimes like the Fireball bottles, they're just out on the counter where someone could just easily put in their pocket.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it depends on the place, how much they look
Yeah.
after it, and especially when, you know, kids are more likely to steal those little bottles too, so. Is there anything else?
Yeah, that Oasis place sits next to Mickey D's.
Yeah, I didn't.
Tier list.
Yeah.
That would definitely be one I'd put on, and probably
Yeah.
the smoke shop up the other end of
Yeah.
town. And I don't know, I'll have to look at the list again, but there's a bunch of places around that I would,
Yeah, I was really
Like
not
to know.
familiar with the store, like what was over there. I don't get there
yeah,
much.
okay.
There's stuff in the back, don't they, like behind. Like where the circle is, where the liquor store is, there's the driveway that goes behind there.
Well,
where-
that's why I had a park. to
Okay.
Get that.
Behind the
Across
gas
street.
station.
But you know that big driveway that goes down to Five Star Bank?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they
Oh.
have like
Oh.
those shops in the back? 'Cause I have to go to Five Star for the judges.
No,
There's like
well, there is
a
that's where
big
the
shop or-
dispensary is gonna
Is
be,
that-
but I
Oh, it's
think
not there yet.
it's not there yet, and I think the
'Cause
entrance
it
is
used
on
to
the
be
main
coffee
street.
Shop was in You get in the barber shop from the back.
Yeah.
Andrews?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's right next to Andrews.
yeah.
Poor Wendy. Anyway, if anybody has ideas of places in the area that you think we should target for compliance checks, please let us know. That would be really good to know, because we are gonna come up and get a list and get Dan and his decoy, Sam. Out here.
Are you thinking one evening?
No, multiple, because, and I also had Maddie's Bar came up in a conversation.
I think. they were
Maddie's
our
Bar?
Original list.
We never-
Oh,
But
I
I
know
can't
that one.
remember why we never.
That came up, in conversation, I don't know.
Colin.
Yeah, I don't know, I never been in there, so that, it came up on a
Yeah, I'm
conversation.
not sure kids go there, but.
And then the place in Marilla down, I don't know what it's called, it's come down into Toots. Oh, Wales.
Wallow ice.
Is there
No,
Wales coming down the hill?
no,
Right?
not Walla.
That one, I've been told. is-
Yes,
is
yes.
that.
I've heard that too.
Yes, yes,
So that's really underage spot there, so the
Yeah.
Wales Center holds
Yeah.
on.
oh, yes, yeah.
Right.
They really want somebody going there.
They've always, well, cause they're the only thing in like
Yeah,
miles.
there's nothing there.
Yeah.
So it could be a real busy night, it could be a slow night.
And you, so that we can help you out, cause you're helping us out, you had how many that you wanted to get done before the end of December?
There's a lot.
Well, we can give you a lot.
We-
It was a lot, yeah.
27, did you say 25?
Yeah, it's 6 into Pew, so we're in the 20s.
Okay,
So in a couple of days, we can get them done.
okay. By the end of the year.
Alderman, or it's Marilla, you know, it's Alden Express or whatever. the-
Oh,
Marilla
that-
Gas station.
Well, then
Yeah.
right down to Rod and.
Two Rod and-
You're running,
Yeah, I think that was on the original list that we
Yeah.
have, not on the ones we went to visit, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have all their paraphernalia sitting there. My judge went in there for a sub right after they took over. He
Well,
comes to court and he's like, did you still have stuff in there?
Yeah, behind the glass.
Well, I went in there too, looking for this, and I kind of looked around and he kind of looked at me and it's like, I didn't see the blue bottles, so I left it. We're out of there.
Do they still have the revolving container of knives
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Heck,
Yeah.
right, as you're heading to the cash register, it's just all these different styled knives that you buy.
Yeah, they sell anything they can. It reminds me of like flea markets.
Okay.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any comments, questions, feedback, suggestions for compliance checks? Anything at all?
Or any future training or things you want us to
Yeah.
present about also.
Yeah, that would be great to know. What you might like to see at another meeting.
Has this gone to the middle school association?
This information.
I mean, at a presentation like this, I remember going to one like this at school. And it was, I mean, the parents were shocked. Just at one of their meetings, they didn't even have to have a,
Mm.
you know, you announce the presentation or whatever, but they did it along with their PTO meeting.
Hmm.
It was.
I do this presentation with a social media presentation with somebody else and then this, but like it's a lot longer and I do it at some schools, but they're not obviously a school, but we do it at some schools, Lake Shore, Amber.
You
So-
haven't done it here?
No, I think Iroquois partners with somebody else.
Yeah. there you go.
Kids Escaping Drugs
Kids
usually
Escaping
does.
Drugs. So everybody has
Okay,
something, so,
okay.
then
Yeah,
they
but-
bring in stuff that I don't have, like I used to borrow stuff from Kids Escaping Drugs, like I wish I had the backpack that you can vape from, you know, you know, the backpack and the sweatshirt that you can vape from, you
Yeah,
hide
well, they
it.
have their little
The
things right
strings,
here.
Yeah, I have a picture of,
Well, the sneakers with the zip sole on it that you open the bottom. Oh,
You know, the next series of, you have
I
a-
would suggest, Dan, if you do arrests in different towns, go in, like even to Pew. If you go into the court and say, hey, look, a lot of the stuff is educated. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we want
It
people
was
to
like
stop, not
mindfulness
like
or something in
mess
mental
with
health.
everything. You know, we want them
But
to
we were
on
gonna
the-
see if we could
get the,
get a
whatever.
poll.
we're not trying to
Edu-
ram up the local, bit,
Right, right.
But-
But I mean, if you
but there's
go
an
in,
extent where you know.
if you go into the court and you're like, hey, we want some, why don't you offer at least taking this? If they're gonna reduce it down, I know they reduce it down, like, that's just what
Yeah,
they do, so I know.
yeah.
But say, hey, make that like I don't know if was it Mike Cole that in Alden that made the person take,
I think so. Yeah.
you know,
because,
Mike's real good with,
Yeah,
you know, but I
and
mean.
it matters on the
especially-
judge, you know, and what's going on at the
Right,
time.
but if it's brought up and said, hey, like, do a class, you know, just like DWIs, they reduce DWIs all the time, and you can have 5 DWIs, but as long as you go to a DWI class, we can reduce it down to the violation.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
just
but at
wanted to
least-
educate,
Yes,
especially
at
because it's
least to
coming from the
educate the
coalition.
people and to get on that, you know, I mean, it, giving somebody a fine honestly is doing nothing. They're gonna pay the fine all day long and not gonna change. You want them to change. You want their, you know, their employees to.
Real fast, when I rechecked the Alden place at the state police hit, and I talked to Lady of the Force, when we went back. She was in there, and I'm like, this is gonna be good, well, and she didn't sell, and then afterward I went in and she's like, oh. We talked for a bit, but she learned her lesson.
You weren't right.
She learned her
educated.
lesson, but this was an elderly lady who was really, she was really worked up about getting, you know,
Right.
selling, she was. Where some kid would be like, yeah, you know, whatever. you know,
Yeah, right, right.
Whatever, what are you gonna do to me? Oh, I did, yeah, so they don't take it serious.
Right,
But
but
this.
it's on the business owner because like you said, they're the
Yeah.
ones that are getting.
Yeah.
It's not the employee, so you gotta look at your employees who you're hiring, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Say, I think it depends on where, because my son works at Crosby's. And their big thing there is the red card, green card, which I think is the bar association or something. And if someone comes in for a compliance check and they fail it, they get fired right away from their.
yeah, different places
Business.
have different policies.
Yeah,
Some people take, you know, some businesses
Right.
take, more the corporate places, they take it pretty serious, obviously, right? And they have the training and stuff where you're gonna see. The few out of the places we went to, none of them was like a chain, you know what I mean? They were
Right.
all,
They're all different.
they were all mom and, you know, private or whatever, them
How
are the scary ones.
Do you offer the training then? Where do they get trained? Or
Right.
is each business responsible for, but
Yeah,
how do they get trained?
We offer we offer the training through the coalition sometimes. I have a class that. That we offer, and it gives them a reduction on their insurance, and it removes, and if you do get in trouble, you know, it shows you did due diligence to try to get rid of the. You know, issue and stuff, but I hate to go bust somebody and then offer some training. You know, that just seems like that's kind of ridiculous.
Right, but yeah, you're not, it.
We do mention though, like,
you're letting
hey,
the court know
yeah.
this is a program.
And I
Or
think a lot of the
letting the
courts
DA's
do that. They
office.
don't have to take my class, but they do send them to something else like serve safe or whatever it's
Yeah,
called online.
Take something,
Yeah.
but it's not on, yeah, you're not going and saying, you know.
Hey, you just failed today, but I do have a claim for.
Here's your ticket and here's the sign up for the class.
Yeah, it's, and
I sure, we will pay you Tuesday.
the
for
class,
effort
the
today.
class became very expensive, so from $17 to $40.
We did, training at Bright Croft, tip training.
Yeah.
We did it at Elma Liquor.
Emma Liquor took advantage of it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire departments,
Pardon me?
fire departments.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I just had
You
tips
just
training that
think
was
of it.
supposed to, well, they canceled.
Oh.
But we're rescheduling. That was at Blossom.
Because we think about the events that the fire departments have where alcohol is served, so you wanna make sure that, you know. they're-
And their insurance, you know, their insurance sometimes requires the class to sell,
Hmm.
so. I just did like 36 firemen that are they're for next year, because they're gonna have a bunch of, you know, they're gonna have a bunch of stuff going on there, so.
Thank you so much, Dan, for bringing all the stuff and enlightening us. Appreciate it.
I guess I won't buy a Hershey bar.
Not in here, in the park.
It's got a out of chocolate.
I'll look at it real close.
Yeah.
And then it's.
Or Chips Ahoy, Trips, it's Trips Ahoy.
They look just like them. too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Yeah, I didn't realize it was out there until I started looking at it, you know, you don't realize it's on.
So you get those in a store?
Yeah, they're at, like, if you go to the gas station, you know, or some of the gas stations, you're gonna see like a spot off to the side, usually behind some glass or something, right, or behind the counter. And all the stuff's like in Alden, it's behind a glass display case and it's all on display. I'm not saying all these varieties, cause this is like everything they make, but. You'll see like, for sure, you'll see Stony Patch Kids, I've seen them all.
But the scary part about it is the older kids that are getting it that have younger siblings or that have, you know.
I talk about that in my other thing, yeah, because you know,
But my
Little-
7-year-old would
Your
not.
7-year-old don't know when this is sitting on the counter, and obviously, if
You're
you're,
like, sell the kids.
if you're an adult and you wanna use this stuff, go ahead, right? But when you leave it out for a 3-year-old or 5-year-old
Right.
to take, and not, next thing you know, you're in the emergency room, it's not good.
Right,
Cause they don't know the Doritos from the other Doritos, right?
Right. yeah, my 2-year-old grandson like loves Sour Patch Kids. I mean, like he sees that little bag and it's like, you have to hide them.
Yeah, it's great.
And that's
But I
the
mean, they
safe
see-
storage pod, right? That
Safe
we
storage.
try to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but when you get
I'm more
those-
thinking about like my elderly father who doesn't know what the heck is going on and goes into a store and buys them for my nephew. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
Right, yeah.
I just bought all.
Sour Patch Kids that
Yeah.
are behind the counter.
My nephew points to my-
ones.
okay, I'll buy those for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, give me them Fritos for
Boy,
$30.
the price has gone up on Sour Patch.
Yeah, what
Kids,
are the
right?
prices on?
Yeah, the stuff's
I
high,
mean,
obviously, it's
is it-
more than a bag of Doritos, it's gonna.
Right.
I
Oh,
don't
it-
remember what it is.
Angie said it can affect pets too, like if you leave it out and the
Yeah.
pets get it, you know, so.
Oh, they've had dogs eat bags of this stuff and then, you know, they're in the veterinarian, I don't know, you know, whatever. I don't know what it does to a dog, I don't, accent or what.
Probably not good for them. Well, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Deanna and Angie on our Zoom call for being here. We appreciate you. Feel better, Deanna.
Thank
And
you.
Angie will be looking for the
Yeah.
information about the seat warmers. Thank you very much. I'm gonna end the meeting now.
Oh, no, I founded one.
Yeah, you like it?
No.
No.